Gosh, Altered Ego is a card I like a lot. Aberrant Researcher is a card I like a lot. Missionaries is pretty good. I mean, we're definitely talking one of these. Altered Ego, of course, is a 2-color card. Might be a little bit early for that. Whereas Aberrant Researcher is a bit more safe. Hmm. You know, I think that maybe Altered Ego is good enough that I'm willing to do it. It might not be the right choice. The monocolor pick might be right, but I think I'm willing to take that chance right now. It's a fun card. Okay. So this implies that we might like to be a clues-based deck because it's Simic colored. But, gosh, this pack just isn't very good. Vessel of Ephemera is always a decent pick. Murderous Compulsion is reasonable removal. Veteran Cathar is nice, but I don't really want to take another double color card this early. Yeah, I think actually I might have thought my way into that. The whole Bant style play does work well for clues. That's one thing. Okay, so here we have Angelic Purge as premium removal. Yeah, that's definitely the pick here. So maybe this white's going to end up being okay. We could always potentially be like Selesnya humans or something and then splash the blue maybe for the Altered Ego. Yeah. Okay. Machinations is nice. Woodland Stream plays into what I was just talking about. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be doing this. True Faith Sensor is quite nice too. I kind of want to just take the fixing, although it might be too early. I mean, what am I really giving up? I mean, Watcher in the Web, True Faith Sensor, I'm not going to be taking this. Woodland Stream gives me a lot of options. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. Okay, and now there's just tons of red. Gosh, maybe I missed a clue a little bit earlier, but red definitely seems to be open. Well, I mean, Dual Shot is fine. Arsonist is fine. Rage is fine. But I mean, there's not really anything else in these packs. So let's say that I did end up being... Gosh, I don't even know at this point what I'm trying to do. I mean, this is on theme, but it's just so much worse than some of these other cards. Well, you know, the Spirit's actually not terrible either. Huh, let's try this. Okay, so we have another one of these. Someone's gonna like that. This probably wasn't the right choice. Red does seem to be... I mean, both of these are okay. This isn't really helpful at all. Maybe we just take the reduce between Dual Shot and Reduce to Ashes. Let's say that I was theoretically splashing red. I'd probably rather have the Reduce to Ashes. I'm not even sure that's true. I think it's probably actually the Dual Shot, but we'll say sideboard. Okay, so here's some actual green and blue. Huh. I mean, Stitch Mangler is totally fine blue. Crawling Sensation, Fork in the Road are both totally fine green. So maybe the other packs were just light. I like Crawling Sensation, but it's really more of a Delirium card. Let's reserve it. Fork in the Road is of course nice if I actually want to be trying to do 3 colors, but it's more easily replaceable. And then Stitch Mangler, yeah, I think maybe it's just the Crawling Sensation, and try to lean into maybe Selesnya Delirium. And then of course there's more blue. So maybe blue is actually open. and the others were just light. Because, I mean, Ghostly Wings is a fine card. Broken Concentration is essentially a cancel, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And Pour Over the Page is wheeled. Okay, I mean, that must mean that blue is open. I will be okay with that. I don't really know what I'm trying to do here yet, though. But I think that Pour Over the Pages is going to be better than Nagging Thoughts in most decks. So I'll take it. I guess, I didn't consider the Magnifying Glass. It might have been an okay choice there. Here, maybe we're looking at... I mean, I don't want Equestrian Skill. Lamplighter is mediocre. Nagging Thoughts is reasonable. I guess I'll go with Nagging Thoughts right now. That might be the wrong choice, too. Vessel... It's not like I want to play a Seagraph Scob, but I have. So this white seems a bit optimistic right now, but it's still possible. I didn't really see any other white go around, really. But this does open me up to some stuff, and if I actually am base green, then like a Fork in the Road or even a Traverse the Ubenwald, if I get lucky, can help smooth that out. Okay, so I don't really want to be playing this Vessel if I don't have to be. I guess it's not the worst thing ever with Crawling Sensation. I mean, what am I actually doing here? I guess I'll sideboard this for now. I mean, this is not a great start at all, actually, now that I look at it. Okay, let's hope that the second pack gives me a little bit more direction. So had I taken Aberrant Researcher in the first pack for pick one, pack one, would I have been happier? Oh, well, I mean, Odric is nice. And what else is even in this? I mean, Vessel of Nascency is actually also pretty reasonable. But... Odric potentially pushes me back toward, like, Selesnya humans. I do have this Veteran Cathar. I do still have this Angelic Purge. Maybe we're taking out some of this blue and leaving maybe the Altered Ego. Gosh, it's so many cards gone. Okay, let's reserve this. I mean, it's really between, I think, this or Vessel. Halpack Resurgence is nice, but I don't think I'm anywhere near that. Vessel helps with fixing. The odds of getting a Vessel, if I want one, though, are pretty high. Yeah, I think I'll try to lean into Odric. Let's sideboard this. I mean, Missionaries is nice. What else is here? Silver Strike is okay. Explorers. I mean, maybe the Missionaries is the right pick here. I don't have any equipment, but I could probably definitely pick some up. Silver Strike is a reasonable control card. Whereas I wouldn't really say that Selesnya Humans is a control deck. Aim High is a good combat trick, but I think I would rather have the Missionaries since I'm creature light for sure. And then among the humans here, I mean, Drownyard is a good human, but the blue is probably a splash at this point. And then Stoic Builder is not as good as Missionaries. So, okay, let's go with Missionaries. Reaper of Flight Moonsilver is nice. This is actually kind of a late Sinister concoction, too. However, Rabid Bite is probably the pick here. I mean, it's either the Reaper or the Bite, but I think the Bite is actually better. I am still creature light, that's for sure. So I'm looking at like 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. But the Reaper's not exactly the type of creature I want right now. It's not a human, which is okay, but it's also a 5-drop. I think the Bite is the right way to go. Huh. I mean, Autumnal Gloom is a card I really like. This is also kind of a late deadweight. And I mean, gosh, am I shifting maybe into black? I don't know about that. Deadweight is quite good. Autumnal Gloom and Deadweight are both cards I like. Autumnal Gloom is a bit sketchy to run if you don't have the black activation, but it's not terrible. It's possible that this could still fit into my Selesnya Splash Blue type idea. Huh. Although Quilled Wolf is also just a good card. I am Creature Light. It's a good 2-drop. Okay. Right, Stream, Solitary Hunter, Stitched Mangler, Watcher. Solitary Hunter might be the right pick here. It's not amazing. It's just a 5/6 vanilla on the back, right? Yeah, okay. I really want to be a bit lower drop than this right now, but Odric doesn't copy Indestructible, right? Oh, he does. He actually does. I don't think that's a good reason to do this, but it is something to think about. I think I might just be priced into taking the Solitary Hunter, since I need creatures pretty badly. This is one of my favorite cards from the spoilers, and it's really just, I think, underperformed, which is sad. It is a 2-drop human. I will give you that. I mean, if I don't take this, I'm probably taking... I mean, Intrepid Provisioner is actually pretty good in the deck I'm trying to build. Again, I'd like a 3-drop or something, but that's not really on the table. And I think my feelings for this card are probably skewing my judgment. So I'm just going to go with the Intrepid. I really need like something to fill in here. Spectral Shepherd is okay. It does fill in there. I'm not sure that... you know what? Even if it's the only spirit in your deck, I think this card is fine, because it just bounces itself. And it's not the type of thing that you have to have the blue. It is, in its worst case, just a 2/2 flyer for 3. So I think that's fine. Confront might be exactly the type of card I want in this deck. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Oh, the Vessel Wheeled. Huh. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, so this is getting a little bit better. Not amazing. Not going to say that. Moldgraph is fine. I don't think that I mean, it's what? The Moldgraph or the Niblis, and I think the Moldgraph is just going to be better in this deck, so I don't have to worry about the blue as much. Farbog is a great card with Odric, but I guess I'll option the fixing just in case. I mean, casting Dire Swine is fine. It's not as low drop as I want. More fixing. I'll take that. So now I have 2 Woodland Streams, which means that I probably can actually splash the Altered Ego and the right now the activated off Spectral Shepherd, and maybe even a little bit more. I mean, probably not a double blue, but something like Stormrider is possible. Between 2 dual lands and a Vessel. Okay, let's see how the last pack goes. Not quite yet. Okay. I still don't really like this deck. I mean, like, this Crawling Sensation just doesn't seem to be at its best here. I mean, okay. Rattle Chains is nice, but probably not what I'm looking for. Dauntless Cathar is probably what I'm looking for. Reckless Scholar, Whirling Drifter. Yeah, I think the Cathar's the right choice. It's a white 3-drop human that's also quite good. I really like Rattle Chains, it's a cool card, but this just isn't the right deck for it. Yeah, Manic Scribe and Reckless Scholar are also cards I like, but I'd like to keep the blue lighter, and I don't even really know that this is the right deck for either. So let's go with the Dauntless. Get another bite at the Reaper Apple. I mean, what else am I looking at here? Stern Constable isn't actually terrible here. Might Beyond Reason is a card that I don't really know how I feel about, to be totally honest. It's not great, but the question is whether it's okay. If I'm actually worried about Delirium, am I actually worried about Delirium? No, not really. Okay, so I mean something like Wicker Witch isn't the right call then. Reaper is an okay choice. It's in color. I'd certainly rather have it than another Dire Swine. Stern Constable. Works with Crawling Sensation. Yeah, I think I just want the Angel. Erdwall is a great card, that's for sure. See, now the blue's coming that I wanted. Silver for Partisan is also a nice card. Do I have enough to make this? Let's see, I have the Quilled Wolf. I have the Solitary Hunter. That's it. It's probably still the right call over the Erdwall. I'm not sure that I want to be trying to support a 2-drop blue card. And my investigation isn't exactly amazing. Really, I just have the Confront the Unknown. Yeah, that's probably the right pick. Another Deadweight. There's been a lot of that going around. Yeah, I guess maybe I could pick up some more green werewolves, theoretically, too. It's not insane. So, Haunted Cloak isn't a great equipment. But I haven't found an equipment yet for Abyssinian. I just don't think that's what I want to do, though. Especially when Strength of Arms is actually a completely legitimate combat trick. Hope Against Hope is actually a card I haven't played. How many humans did I actually end up with? Probably not enough. I mean, Port Town is here, but I think I'm actually fine for fixing, which is kind of cool. Watcher in the Web is a nice card. You know, it's probably just Strength of Arms. I think this is the card I want. Epiphany. Might actually be the right choice here. Maybe. Let's think about it. I have another chance at Hope Against Hope, but I don't think that's what I want. Epiphany you want to cast late, so I can probably do it off the splash. What are some other possible options here? A second Strength of Arms probably isn't what I want. I already have 2 tricks. It's probably enough. Lone Dryad isn't insane. The Epiphany might actually be the right choice. Graph Mole is a great card. Gosh, now I kind of wish that I had just been able to lean into the Erdwall Illuminator. I think it's probably still the right pick. It's still a 3-drop creature with decent stats. The other possibility here is probably Rabid Bite. I'm not sure that Silver Strike's really what I want, although it's reasonable. Let's see. Confront the Unknown. Is that really my only clue source? I think it is, but I think that's still okay. Stern Constable is probably what I want now. Groundskeeper. Aim high. Huh. Interesting. So Groundskeeper, I guess, is kind of a combo with Stern Constable. It's kind of a combo with Crawling Sensation, I guess. It's not the best thing ever, but it is a 1-drop human. That's something. Aim High is just a good combat trick. I think at this point I'd probably take the Aim High. It's not like I have great Groundskeeper synergy. Let's see, Delirium cards, I have Molegraph, I have Reaper, and I have Dire Swine. Really the only one that really needs the Delirium to be good is the Molegraph. I mean, I guess I wouldn't typically play a 5-drop 3/3 flyer. Fork in the Road is probably the right choice here. It's a great Delirium enabler. I really like Reckless Scholar. It is a human. But yeah, it's probably Fork in the Road. Well, it's close. What's the right choice here? It's probably Fork in the Road. Press for answers. And I don't want another Dire Swine. I'm not going to run another Dire Swine. So the question is this. I mean, the Wicker Witch is an okay Delirium enabler. Press for answers does investigate. I'll think about it. And then here, what? Just the Wind? Lamplighter? Which... I mean, Lamplighter isn't good. I'm not going to be... Goes here versus just... Yeah, Just the Wind's better. Even if I don't play it. Here I'd probably take the Watcher. Yeah, I don't think I need the Lone Dryad. Hope Against Hope is apparently a card I don't even have to think about, because it went super late. Okay. So I ended up with 28 cards there. I'm certainly cutting some of the stuff. So I'm going to have, what? 2 dual lands, a Vessel, and a Fork in the Road to try to find blue. So my ability to cast blue stuff is actually pretty good, especially since the 2 things that I care about the most are these, and they're X spells that only get better the later it goes. I'm going to pull in the Stormrider while I think about stuff, just in case. It's also late enough that I think it's okay. I don't think I want this Just the Wind. And Press for Answers... I might want that. I'm at, what, 28 cards? That's a lot. I probably don't. Okay. Let's say that I'm not going to worry about this blue right now. Let's see what this looks like. Let's group these. Okay. Molegraph, Quilm, Veteran, Dauntless, Spectrum. Some of the... I mean, like, a Byway Courier would be great in this deck right now. But I guess I... Well, did I even see one? I have to. It's a common, right? I must not have noticed. But it would fit in really well. Andric is actually not at his best here. I mean, what is Andric giving? Andric copy Double Strike, right? Yeah, okay, so I guess he can do this. That's actually not bad. That's probably enough to make it worthwhile. Trample, Reach. Actually, Reach isn't bad. Andric works on offense and defense, right? Yeah, each combat. Flying off Spectral and this. Yeah, I mean, he's fine. He's not crazy. I really would have loved to have had, I guess, like a life linker in here. Oh, this has Vigilance with Delirium. Huh. What are the odds I have Delirium? Actually, my Delirium ended up being pretty good. Vessel of Decency is a great Delirium enabler, as is Fork in the Road. Okay, let's think about this Crawling Sensation. That can help rush out Delirium for sure. But there's no but to it, really. Hope Against Hope. Can get first strike too. Sometimes. Okay, so I need to cut a lot. What are some obvious cuts? What are the odds that I have enough Delirium from Molegraph? It's also just a good early play. You know, it's actually probably not bad. I think I actually hit enough Delirium here. So let's see. Is Missionaries good enough with no equipment? 4 for a 3/3? Nah. Probably not. Just too bad. I like that card. Even just like a True Faith sensor would have made me play it. Spectral Shepherd has flying, so I think that's fine. Graft Mole, let's see. My actual investigation ended up being just this. Yeah, see, like this Confront the Unknown is probably going to come out because it's probably just going to be +1/+1. And then at that point, you're like, well, do I need this Graft Mole? The answer is probably no. Let's see. As far as wolves and werewolves go, I have 1, 2, 3. He also gives trample for Audric, so I think that's fine. Inquisitor's Ox can give vigilance for Audric. I'm not sure if that's a good enough reason to include it. It's not a great card, but it's not bad. Reaper. Delirium. This guy also gives trample once I hit Delirium, but that's probably more in the realm before I start caring about trample. So the partisan is possibly getting rid of it. 3 for a 2/2 trample isn't great. I mean, what he really wants is like a combat trick on him, and I have what? Strength of arms, aim high. You know what? That's probably fine. It's kind of an argument to maybe leave the Confront in, but I just don't think the Confront's going to be good here. Cut one more. How about this Hope Against Hope? Is that good? Probably not. This is probably what I cut. Shall I approach crawling? I4 gravid. Yeah, I think this looks okay. So let's see. I play both of these. Sure. And then that means that Vessel is kind of a source, not totally. And Fork in the Road is a real one. So if I play just one island, is that enough? One island gives me 4 straight up sources, and I'm trying to cast what with it? An Epiphany or an Altered? One island might be enough. Let's see what this suggests. This suggests 2. They, however, are wrong here. Almost positive. Let's say it's just one island. Let's trade it for that right now. This seems like maybe too many forests and not enough plains. I still do have this double white here, followed by this double green here. Yeah. So this puts me at 7/7/1. Oh, and of course these are green sources. So really, let's go up to like, let's see, 8/6/1, and then these, which are forest for the purposes of this, up to me at 8/8, 8/8/3, plus a fork in the road, which kind of counts as 1 all the way across as long as I have green. So that puts me at something like 9/9, yeah, 9/9/4. I mean, let's say I want to cast this on turn 4. That's like, what, 40 cards over 6 + 4. So that only means I need like 4. And the Vessel kind of pushes me slightly above 4. I think this is probably okay for islands. Then the point is, do I have enough green sources? Maybe I'm feeling this, because that gives me 7... gives me 9 actual green sources, so the odds of finding one for the Vessel or the Fork in the Road is high. And then I don't need double until here, and I essentially have 8 and a bit. It's a little bit light. 7, 9... I think I'm going to run it this way, because then this puts me at 8. It's 8/8. I guess these green plays are early too, so having the tap lands might be a bit of a detriment. 9, yeah, okay. I think I've talked myself into this. Yeah. Okay, so let's submit that. Okay, back here in round 1, I will play first. Yeah, this is fine. Turn 1 vessel is always an okay way of doing things. Hopefully it'll draw me into something better. He's already mulled to 6.